And we are back for our second men's game of the evening and of round 4 with an interesting clash between Perth AFC and the Condors Futsal Club. Two teams that have started their seasons probably a little bit underwhelming. The Perth AFC with a draw and 2 losses to start their campaign. They're in a bit of a rebuilding phase with a number of big names missing, Mosquito, Neves and co. And on the other hand, we've got the Condors boys who have had a underwhelming couple of seasons, not just to start this. They have started with a 1 win and 2 losses, losing to the West Coast Cobras 3-0 last week. But they did start the season off strong with a good win over Andinos, and there's a few new faces for the Condors boys, so they'll be hoping that gets them up and about for this game. I think if anyone's watching in the live stream, give us a quick score prediction, and we'll see how we go. We've just got a bit of commotion on our right-hand side, and we will wait until that clears, and then we'll be good to go. I think we're about to get going now. There we go. Felipe Vera kicks off for us. So just a bit about these two teams. The Condors are a team that don't play with as much structure as others in the league. They're a bit more of a free-flowing attacking side, kind of relying on their goalkeeper to bail them out of trouble when they get caught short at the back. Perth AFC on their hand are a very structured team. They've got a few very good futsal players. This man on the ball, Ben Thorpe, has been very good for a few years now. Still a young player, still only 18 or 19, so he's still one to watch for the future. And then they've got the veteran John Bacolo at the back. This is him on the ball now. He's got a wand of a left foot, so yeah, expect a few more of them shots. And Kelvin de Oliveira, the number 11, who's just had that snapshot, is another player to watch. He's a very, very skillful player and plays with a lot of passion, so expect to get a bit of a fiery contest today, as Condors are known to be the same. So the Condors number 5, Gajarudo, something like that. He is one to watch. We've been told that he's a new signing. He's been coming from Argentina, so it'll be interesting to see how he fits in. I'll watch with eagle eyes. This is him on the ball now. It's his first touch. He plays forward, so both teams starting to feel their way into the game. I think it definitely will be an end-to-end clash, especially with AFC in this rebuilding phase. Don't play with as much structure as they did last season. And that was a great ball by de Oliveira. John Bacolo almost turned his back. If he probably just kept facing the ball, he would have had an easy finish. So there we go. Player restarted. Ben Thorpe there, the number 66, plays wide. De Oliveira looks up. Ben Thorpe on the far side. Rodriguez, the number 24. De Oliveira. He's had a few impressive performances. De Oliveira, and you can see that he's got a sharp turn of pace, and don't be unassuming by the way he looks. He's a very, very silky customer. That's a great interception, and Vera's got it at the back, and this could be a first goal, and that was the new signing who we highlighted earlier, number 5, Garudo. He snaps his shot wide, but you can see Condors, when they get going on the counter-attack, they're definitely a dangerous team, and that was Ben Thorpe who gave that ball away through the middle, looking for Kelvin de Oliveira. They do tend to look for each other as much as they can, sometimes to the detriment of their team. Sanchez, he rolls out there. That was Vargas who give it short. Vera's got it now. Vera looks up, and it was a chipped ball through the middle, and Vera's come onto it, and he's taken a bit of a comedic tumble. Obviously, doesn't look like Diego Gonzalez is with us tonight. I thought I'd see him in the crowd, but he's definitely not on the team sheet, nor is he playing. Actually, I'm mistaken. He is on the team sheet. So we'll see if He graces with his presence today. That was a snapshot there by Vera. A long throw there to Rodriguez. He goes it back to Piccolo, and it's a bit of a slow start to the game. De Oliveira was looking for Thorpe. Thorpe checked his run back, and De Oliveira wanted him to follow through with it. Vargas went down the line. He was looking for Vera to target the captain. So yeah, I'd say Gonzalez isn't playing as Vera is captain, and Gonzalez is the normal captain, so he's not with us. I know he has had his injury problems in the last 2 seasons, and he did start the first 2 weeks, but we didn't see him last week against the West Coast Cobras, and he's obviously not with us this week. Thor brings it forward. Roth, that was his first touch of the game, and I know he featured in the Team of the Week last week. Thorpe wants on his left toe poke, and that's going to be a corner. Roth, I think he's going to go either to... Here we go, he's gone to De Oliveira. It's a good first touch on the right, and it's just gone wide. I think it's another corner. It is. That was Campesano who got the deflection on it. De Oliveira one-on-one there with the new man, Gerardo. Thorpe, he's being pressed hard by Vera, and he had to just get rid there. I'm not sure which way it's gone, and there was a bit of confusion. Sanchez, he was saved, and it was a good distribution. Vera and Thorpe, it looks like it's going to be a bit of a tussle between them two tonight. That's Kimmy Yip, who's just come on. He's subbed on for Rodriguez, and this is Vargas. He switches the play to Gerardo. Gerardo looks up. Vargas, it's a good first-time ball. Kimmy Yip goes sliding, and body's going everywhere, and Thorpe comes forward. He wants to get on with it, and suddenly this game's turned up a notch, and here we go. This is what we need. Kimmy Yip interception. It was a good idea there from Vera, but the execution just wasn't quite up to standard, and here we go. The sub is starting to roll as well for Condors. De Oliveira brings it forward. Look, Kimmy Yip, he did well there, muscled off 2 men. Miglarelia, who I recall last season, myself and my co-commentator John Goodlich nicknamed him Lil Mosey, so he's with us for the first time this season. Definitely a very good player, and one to watch for AFC tonight. Oh, sorry, AFC will have to watch him. I know he finished the season off very well. Kimmy Yip brings that down. De Oliveira chips over. Bit of flair. He looks up. He's the only one yet to sub. Actually, saying that, Ben Thorpe's still on the court. Adrian Roth, he switches it. Thorpe, that's a great first touch. And second beats his man. He wants it on his left, and he's been forced onto his right, and very, very well defended there by Gerardo, and it's going to be a side ball for Thorpe. And Kimmy Yip wants it. Doesn't get it. Roth's got it at the back. He looks forward. Good first time block and a bit of physicality, and it's going forward. That could have easily been a foul, and there we go. We said he's the man, Migarelia, and that's a great finish. On the instant replay, we'll catch it there, Migarelia, and not much the goalkeeper could do about that one. Just out of the reach of Singh, but a great finish there from Migarelia, and maybe he's the man to turn the fortunes around for the Condors. As we said, he's dived in, and Roth went one-on-one with Sanchez, and Sanchez used his body and let it go out. It was very well kept there, but there we go. Condors, they will definitely want this. Well, they'll 100% want to win here, as it'll probably kickstart their season, get them 2 for 4, start the campaign, get them back up the table and back into finals contention. De Oliveira teasing Gerardo with it. It's a great ball from De Oliveira. And that's Ben O'Brien. He's just hopped on the court. A student of the game is Ben O'Brien. Gerardo looks up. A good switch of play. Vargas has it again at the back. He's looking to control tempo. To Oliveira again. I think AFC are just lacking a bit of a fast counter attack. The presence isn't really there, and no need to play back to the goalkeeper there, wasting his touch. Singh plays it, and yeah, there's not much going on here for AFC. De Oliveira just about keeps that in, and Kimmy Yip's got it at the back. De Oliveira looks forward. It was a good idea. Thorpe was easy ball. Gerardo looks up, blasts it. That's gone wide. It's going to be a goalkeeper's ball here. Singh is going to restart play. Gives it to Ben O'Brien. So we've had two score predictions. Midzi, GK Midi, the futsal fanatic, thinks Condors will win 4-1, and Young God thinks AFC is going to go 6-1. We'll see. We'll see about that. De Oliveira has it at the back, one-on-one. Kimmy Yip holds up. It was a good hold-up play, but a bit of a sloppy ball. De Oliveira wants to do all himself and does very well. That's a great tackle there. And it's a Condors ball. Miguerelia, Vargas looks up. Not much happening for him. I think he's going to be forced back to Sanchez. Sanchez is quite capable with his feet. As we said, that's a great ball wide. That's Kinast, who boasts an impressive futsal CV. He's won the AFCC with Gold Coast Force in 2019, so he's one to watch out for. That's a great ball through the middle. Miguerelia, and there he is, the man. Oh, he's dragged his shot wide there. Kinast, and we're going to go to a timeout here. Perth AFC timeout. Condors boys up and about. They're happy with it. So we'll see what this is going to bring as AFC. Of course, the timeout. I think there's a lot of ball watching going on from AFC. The counter-attacks aren't. Yeah, they're not that fluid, and I can hear Coach Ben James saying it as we speak, that they just need to get going quickly. They're kind of holding the ball, and in fairness to the players on the court, there isn't much opportunity, and when there is, the players that they have aren't exactly quick counter-attacking players. They've got a lot of older boys, a lot of experience, like Roth and Buccolo and De Oliveira. They're all players of the early 2010s who were players that probably get forward, but nowadays they're going to have to rely on Ben Thorpe, the number 66, who really is the only young player going for them. On the other hand, we've got the Condors, who have started exceptionally well. Condors who started exceptionally well. They've had a lot of early chances. Condors who started exceptionally well, and we were saying they've got Kinast, who was a Gold Coast Force player up until very recently, and they're a team enriched in history in Australian futsal, obviously winning the inaugural AFCC in 2019. And Miguerelia, who almost came out of nowhere last season for the back end of the year and played exceptionally well, and then had a hiatus, and we've seen him now, and we're saying the first shot he has this season, it's gone in, and he'll probably be the one. If they can get him frequently, him, Kinast, and new man Gerardo, if they can all link up together, it's going to be an exciting time for Condors. And we've played them last week as West Coast Cobras, and they were never an easy game. And adding these two men onto the court, they're only going to get better. It's a free kick there, and that was Rojas to give that away. He's another new face. I haven't seen him before. I haven't heard much about him, so we'll see how he goes in his first game for Condors. He may have played in the C or B grade. You'll see Buccolo stands up it. De Oliveira, he's been shut down, and Miguerelia is going to bring it forward. Oh, he was looking for the back post runner there. It played it far too early to Rojas, but it's being run, and he sat Buccolo down there, and there you can see the class that he's bringing there, Kinast, and that's what he brings. And Vargas is checking out now, so the subs are starting to roll. That was a 4-second violation, so that's going to be Singh's ball. I think it's Urbina that's just come on for the Condors. Migarelli, that's a great tackle. I mean, you can see his class. He shows no fear going into tackles 100%, and when you do that, you've always got the edge over your opponents. Even if they back out of it only 1%, it's so much harder to win the ball. Roth, that's a good sliding tackle. A little bit scrappy, but it's come out. Rojas has given it to Urbina, and he's given an extremely hard ball for Sinkas, but he's somehow kept that in. That's going to be a side ball. Actually stayed all the way in. It's going to be a Sanchez's ball in the goal. It's going to roll out. So you can see Perth AFC are applying pretty much zero pressure. They're sitting at halfway trying to absorb the counter-attack, which isn't a bad tactic against Condors, as they are an attacking team and they are a little bit rogue. So if you can intercept the ball like this, they don't tend to get behind the ball in numbers, and saying that they have this time, but it's come all the way through, and good save by Sanchez. Urbina and a counter-attack going the other way. This game's turned up a little bit. It's nice feet there from Rojas to keep the ball. Migarelia looks up. And it's Rojas, and the number 8 on the ball, Migarelia. And he's to exit the space, and he does there. Urbina looks up. Gives it to Kinast. He switches the play. And good block there. And two men going in, bodies flying everywhere, and Roth needs a sub. It's all getting too much for him. Ben O'Brien checks back in. Side ball here, Ben Thorpe gives it to Piccolo. Thorpe looks up. It was a good ball, poor touch there from the target. Kick in violation, and it's going to be a turnover. Ben O'Brien's ball. Singh. So Singh's obviously very comfortable with his feet. They are using him at opportunities probably when it's not necessary, but it's always good to see. The goalkeepers are comfortable with it. Urbina brings it forward. Migarelia. He's got Urbina on the overlap. He cuts inside past O'Brien, and Migarelia back post, and good save by Singh. And O'Brien was, sorry, not O'Brien, Thorpe was free if they could have found him. That's what I mean by Condors. They flood forward in numbers and almost forget to defend at times. Well defended there by Ben O'Brien. Urbina's going to take it. Kick in violation, and O'Brien's going to take it. Kimi Yipka checks in. Piccolo checks out. O'Brien. He's beaten to the ball there by Urbina, and he somehow got through two of them. It's come to Sanchez, and Kimi Yip's got it. He was looking for that return ball, but it's well intercepted there by Sinkast, and Rojas is going the other way. Well done there, Sinkast. Checks outside Urbina. He looks back, and Condor's very, very comfortable with the ball. They're not rushing it. They don't want to lose the ball here, and he's done so well. Urbina wanted to go for the spectacular. It would have been easier to just give it to Sinkast, but the last thing he's hurt himself, and Thorpe needs to give it now. Kimi Yip's got time and space. Good ball there from Ben O'Brien. That was good movement from AFC. That was better. O'Brien checked around to go back and cover the centre, and Ben Thorpe did well too. Here he is here, Ben Thorpe. Obviously always wants that on his left foot. Kimi Yip is dangerous because he likes to hold on to it as the last man. And you can't always do that, and that's what happens. Sinkast gives it to Rojas, and that was good play. O'Brien, Thorpe, Kimi Yip. Kimi Yip's another man who's played up and down the West Coast in futsal scene, playing for ECU Jets and Fremantle Futsal Club. He's a good signing from AFC. And here he is, the new man's back on. Guarado. I was impressed with his first stint. Keeps it very simple, knows how to play it. Side ball here, and Guarado's got it. He's looking for options, and it was a good idea there. Just wasn't committed to his run. It was Rojas. Sorry, that's Vargas. He wasn't committed to his run. Rojas is wearing number 8. Vargas in the number 2, and that's a great counter attack. And let's hold on to it too long again, AFC. Kimmy Yip does enough. And AFC have restarted player. As you can see, Ben Thorpe wants to get on with it. He plays very fast player, and good interception there by Ben Thorpe, and good tackle. And time on the ball here. Recycled the play. That's Campiasso, the number 14. Down the line, Vera's checked back in. Hit alongside on the bench, so he'll be fresh, and great tackle there by Kimmy Yip. A very good defensive player, clearly was putting his body on the line, and a lot of the FC players do that. Go sliding at any opportunity. Well defended there by Oliveira. He was making sure to tuck his arms behind the body, and that was very well defended. Good throw there. It was a good idea, I should say, by Singh, but it was intercepted. Vera 1-2, and there we go. That was another good save by Singh. Garado linking up very well with Vera and force Singh into a good save and keep the score at 1-0. Condors will definitely want to go into the half with another goal advantage, as AFC were 2-0 down last week and they brought it back to 2-2 in the second half, and Condors obviously only getting that 1 win on the board. They'll want to secure this victory and secure it as early as they can. Here we go, Campasso. He's lined up the shot. Well defended there by Ben Thorpe. That may well have been going towards the goal or towards Rojas, who was lurking at the back post, looking for a tap-in. Campasso is going to take this. I think he's going to give it to Vera. Vera's going to look for the back post. Well blocked there by Thorpe again. He's putting his body on the line tonight. Campiasso looks through the middle, and that's Rojas. As well, gives it to Vera. A minute left. Plenty of time. Obviously, we are in stop clock territory. Has it again, the number 10. Gives it to Rojas, and Vera's not going to be happy with that one. Slaps himself in disapproval. He just dragged that shot wide. Ben Thorpe brings it forward to Oliveira. Ball forward, Vera using his body so well to intercept Rodriguez there. And he knows how to win a foul as well. That was I'd say a silly foul there from Rodriguez, something he didn't need to do. Vera's facing his own goal and really had no options. Just relieved all the pressure. Good ball down the line. That's beautiful play, and what a tackle that was from Rodriguez. As we were saying how silly that last tackle was, that was such a good tackle coming back. And it gives the ball away, and Singh again, keeping AFC in it really. That's his third or fourth very important save, and with 10 seconds left, there's not much happening. Kelvin De Oliveira goes long. 5 seconds left. Sanchez, I think he's just going to go long. He does. Picola expertly leaves it, and that's Singh. He's just going to throw it out, and that'll bring the first half to a break. Condors and AFC, obviously. I'd say a cagey affair, but Condors have had all the chances, really. AFC not posing much of a threat going forward. We will just go to a quick ad break, and we'll be back in a few minutes with the second half.
Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week in Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia.
And we are back. The second half will be starting momentarily. Just listening to the halftime team talks. Condors saying much more of the same. Obviously, really they've had all the chances and they've attacked extremely well. The only thing I can give them criticism for is they flood all 4 men forward all the time, which obviously is very attacking, but it leaves you very vulnerable at the back on the odd occasion that it goes wrong. And then on the other hand, AFC, I mean, they didn't sound too happy with themselves. I mean, what was interesting is in that first half, Ben Thorpe and Oliveira tend to look for each other a lot of the time. But the one time that they did and it didn't work out, that's where the goal came from. So I think it's just about not being too... It's just about not being too eager to force it to one another and recognise that there is obviously other players on the court and capable players at that. Obviously, Bacolo and Roth, there are others who provide good CVs. I know Roth's been playing for South Perth the last few years, but I think together in about 2013 or 14, they actually won the FAFL competition in Melbourne, which was the Nationals back then. So obviously we are talking 10 years ago, but you never really lose it. You just lose your pace. And we are back now. That's going to be a corner ball. It was Migarelia that was looking for the blast to the back post, the number 6. So with him, Sincast, the number 7, or Kincast, I should say. 2 very, very capable players. And as I say, has given it away. And Thorpe... Sorry, that was Bacolo who lobbed it forward to Oliveira, but Sanchez dealt with that expertly, the Condors goalkeeper. He's been debuting this season in the absence of Golden Glove nominee for the past 2 years, Christobal Zuniga. I'm not sure where he has been this season. Possibly on holiday, possibly injured. I'm not 100% sure, but in Sanchez they found a worthy replacement. He has featured in Team of the Week a few times and he's very, very good with his hands, very capable goalkeeper. So they've found a replacement to their Golden Glove nominee. We'll see how he goes the rest of this game, but when he has been called upon today, he's been very good. And as we say that, he's been called completely cold, and John Bacolo with the press, the experience. That's a great finish there from Bacolo. Off the right hand, off his right foot, obviously he's a predominantly left-footed player. So he'll be happy with that. John Bacolo, that levels the scoring, and I'd say against the run of play, it's been pretty much all Condors all game. But Perth AFC, they've had one, well, half chance, if you can even call it that, and it's all worked out, and they'll be happy with that, 1-1, and if they can snag a result here, they'll be over the moon. Obviously, they really need to start their season, only 1 point from 3 games. So this win is, it's a must-win game for both teams. I'd say AFC are at more dire straits if they have any ambition of making finals, but it's a big game for both teams. That's Abina at the back. He gives it wide, probably holding on to it a bit too long. Rojas does enough, and he's got Migarelia. He uses him, and Roth does enough there. But, I mean, that was too easy there from Rojas skipping past Ben Thorpe, who you'd expect better from him, and he'd probably expect better from himself. Playing first team for Bayswater at the age of 18 is no mean feat, and defensively, yeah, you'd expect better from him in the futsal game. Here he is, Thorpe, gives it to Roth, who gives it to De Oliveira. AFC are insistent in playing out of the press, and why not when it works the majority of the time. Migarelia went one-on-one there with Singh, who for mine has been man of the match. I mean, Singh's had a stellar game in goal, saving them time after time. Thorpe to Roth. Back to Thorpe. He'll need an option on the left. He hasn't got much going. Gives it back to Roth. Roth, what a ball that is. Through the middle. That was a great ball from Adrian Roth. If Thorpe could have just got his first touch forward, he was through on goal, but there we can see the experience that Roth brings and a bit of quality as well. The old boy is showing Thorpe and Co how to do it. Good press there. Sinkas gets out of it, giving it to, that's the number 2, Vargas. They want to get on with it, and good ball if they can find at the back post here. He's held on for it for far too long there, Rojas. He's going to take it here, Rojas. Every time Condors flirt with that 4-second violation, they pretty much get onto about 3 and 4 quarters. Migarelli restarts play. Rojas gives it wide to Kinkas. He gives it to Migarelli. Roth well defended. De Oliveira went in hard there on Migarelli and pretty much bounced off him. Roth chips it forward. That's a dangerous ball and it's been given away. Bodies colliding. Migarelli, another late tackle there from Roth. Rojas checking out along with Migarelli. And Vera checking in with the new man, Garado. Vera on the volley. That was ambitious, but why not? It sat well for him. Ben O'Brien brings it forward. Kimmy Yip. There was no option wide, and Ben Thorpe never checked his run, so Kimmy Yip really had no other option than to flick that out of play. And now he's pressing Garado hard. He uses his goalkeeper, Sanchez. Bit of miscommunication, but Sanchez just gets rid this time. Singh's on, and like we said in the first half, Singh's quite capable with his feet. De Oliveira gives it to Ben O'Brien. He looks up, goes one-on-one, and tries to chip it forward. That was a good idea, and it was a bit of a late tackle there. I think he did get the ball. He followed through. And Ben O'Brien's going to check out. And Ben Thorpe is going to check in for him. So that was an interesting few moments of play. But we're back now with the action. Ben Thorpe's got it. He looks forward. Not many options, and he's pretty much just kicked it into Kinast. And this game is being played at a very, very slow tempo now. The team's almost feeling each other out again. Kimmy Yip forcing it there. De Oliveira is not happy with him. Sanchez gives it wide to Vera. Vera to Rojas. Rojas intercepted well there by Kimmy Yip. Good switch of play there. And Garado's got it again. Kimmy Yip. That was, again, Condors just forcing it probably one too many times. Kimmy Yip does well. Sides it to De Oliveira. De Oliveira, it was a good ball. Obviously, you can see that the AFC boys do tend to play through De Oliveira. It's a bit like Ali Milhem at Phoenix. They look for him at pretty much any opportunity they can. And sometimes that can be to the detriment of your team. If you're only looking for one man, you kind of need to rely on all 4 people on the court to build up the play. Rodriguez. I mean, that ball's fallen to Ben Thorpe. He gives it to De Oliveira. Kimmy Yip. He looks up. And not 100% sure what's going on. I think a 2-touch has been called. We'll see. And we've got a timeout. That is what's going on. Sorry, I was a bit confused there. I think, yeah, a timeout's been called. So Condors are going to use this, I'll say, to work out some sort of set piece. We'll see what happens. We've got the camera panned over to them now. I'll see if I can get any insight. So it seems the Condors a few weeks ago, they used one against us as the West Coast Cobras, and they do the forward roll, fake shot, back roll. So we'll see if they do that. Obviously, the ball is a bit wide, so I don't know if they're going to be able to use that this time, but we will see. I mean, I imagine they might, or they could just look for a back post runner. Not a great angle, and AFC, I can hear what they're saying. They're just kind of saying more of the same as we've played this half. They've slowed the game down, and it's probably worked for them, to be honest, a slower paced game, because Condors are quite frenetic, as we pointed out as the game kicked off. And if they can, as we were saying, if they can snag a win and really get their season up and running, they'll actually leapfrog the Condors. So we shall see. Here we go. We'll see what they've conjured up. Obviously, there's only one man stood over the ball, so we're not going to see this back roll. I think it might just be a simple ball back to Campasso, and he's going to go for a shot. It definitely is. That's how it's been lined up, and I've been mistaken. Vera lines up. Singh will defend it, and it's come back to Vera. Good save again by Singh, and a triple save by Singh. Again, we'll say it again. He's keeping the minute, and another save. That is 4 saves by Singh in a matter of 10 seconds. I mean, you don't get that from many goalkeepers, and Singh putting his body on the line. He'd be over the moon, and Bacolo goes one-on-one with Sanchez. Bacolo, maybe 10 years ago, he would have been able to skewer that one home, but he couldn't quite wrap his body around it this time. But as we were saying, this game's been played at a slower tempo, and as I've said that, the game has really come up. Singh again, brave. De Oliveira, and gives it to Bacolo. One-on-one with Vera, well defended. Bacolo using his body, and that's going to be their ball. Bacolo to Thorpe. Bacolo got time. He's giving it down to Thorpe again. I think he's going to try and turn Campasso there. He's done something. Sanchez mops up and collects the ball. Campasso is bringing it forward now. Garado switches the play there to Vargas. He looks up, gives it to Vera. Vera, that was a great ball to the back post, and we've had a missile on the court. It's been sorted now. Referee Tana Campos making sure everyone stays safe. Singh rolls forward. He couldn't find De Oliveira. Vera with the first time flick. Didn't quite work out. But you can see what Vera's trying. He's looking for very good futsal intricate movements, flicks and balls to the back post. Kimmy Yip's been pressed, and Vera's done so well. Vera gives the ball. He went for the back post, and Campasso just couldn't get anything on it. He just needs to throw himself at the ball there, and that might have ended up in a goal, but it hasn't worked out this time. Bacolo chips forward to Yip, and Yip's turned. Garado, that was a took of the shirt. A rolling foul has been given against the Condors. That's one foul apiece, so we're going to see no foul trouble I dare say, this half. And if you are watching and interested, the next game is going to be a cracker. We've got the Alliance boys, led by Lucas Mello, versus the FutScarbs, who boast the likes of Andre Duna. So if you are going to still be awake, tune in for that one. Live back with the action. This game is at a stalemate, 1-1, with 8 minutes 30 remaining. This game really could go either way. Bacola using his body, and probably all he could do there to stop Vera. And I dare say that's a yellow card, stopping a very promising counter-attack. But Condors don't seem too aggrieved by the situation, so Campiasso standing over it. Vargas has been told to go wide. I think they might look for him. They haven't. Campiasso's gone for the shot. Singh with another great save, and another great save. Singh, I mean, it's only been 2 games so far, but you'd have to say he's up at the favourite now for player of the round, saving pretty much everything thrown at him. It's definitely not by the will of trying from Condors. They've had a good go, but Singh's just, they've met an immovable object so far. And it's going to be special to get something past him now. And Piasso to Vera. Vera holding on to it, and he's given it there. Vargas has got it at the back. Gives it to Sanchez. Sanchez chips forward. That was very good composure there from the goalkeeper. Vargas went for the 1-2 there with Campasso. He's got it. He's got a lot of time. I think they need to get Migarelia back on to Condors. He was their main attacking threat, and the only one who's been able to beat Singh thus far. And he's had a long stint on the bench, I think almost 10 minutes, and as I said that, he's just stood up and he looks raring to go. De Oliveira tries to skip past 2. Somehow kept onto the ball there for longer than he should have, but it's now being put into touch. Vera's checking out, and Migarelli is checking in along with Kinast. So that's 2 of their most important players, and like we said, a man boasting an AFC win on his, an AFCC win on his CV is Kinast, and Migarelia, a player who came in from the abyss and has been very good this game. And Condors want to get on with it, and they have. Kinast and Migarelia, they were linking up so well, and he's kept that in. And what a goal that is! Campasso, what a counter-attack from Condors. That was so good. They somehow managed to keep that in, and they didn't really look in control of the ball at any time. An AFC timeout, and I'm glad you enjoyed that one on the instant replay. That was such a good goal. Again, they never quite looked in control of the ball there. Migarelia, he stretched to keep it in, and so did Kinast, and then Campiasso just got it into Singh. I mean, that was an expert attacking goal. So Condors now just kind of need to cement the win. AFC haven't posed much of a threat going forward. And when they have, so they've met Sanchez, but going the other way, you wouldn't really want to just put all your hopes on not conceding again. So Condors need to go for the kill, because I think if they score one more, it is going to be game over. We're looking over now at the AFC bench. Ben Thorpe has put the 5th man bib on. So and as I say that, Ben Thorpe has taken the shirt back off, so looks like 5th man's been ditched for the moment. I mean, I'd say they should do it, because Condors, although they are structured, they're missing Diego Gonzalez, who normally dictates the play from the back on the 5th man play. So it's possible they could be a little bit understructured. And the game is about to get going. AFC just making their way back on the court, and Ben Thorpe has put the 5th man shirt back on, so they are going to go and play the fifth man. So with 6 minutes remaining, or 5:59, it's a lot of time. And as Fighty McHale once said, the great man, that is a long time in futsal. Ben Thorpe. So expect to see a lot of possession here from AFC. They're just going to move the ball side to side, see if they can break the lines and look for any chances to go towards the back post. Thorpe gives it to Oliveira. Oliveira, and as we say that, they've given it away, and Vera, that was a sharp snap shot, and it's gone just wide. But they need to take them opportunities when they can, because AFC in the past, they have been good with their fifth man play. So we'll see what they can conjure up. Piccolo, obviously a lot of experience on the court now. They've got the foremost experience, and Rodriguez as well. Piccolo goes to the blast. Probably needs to be a bit more patient than that. The shot was never really on. And here he is again, Piccolo. Switches the place to Thorpe. Thorpe, if he can find the angle there, the back post was on there, so Rodriguez and Piccolo scuffed his shot a little bit. Thorpe rushed off there, and oh no, he didn't. He's actually stayed on. Oliveira to Roth. Roth, good shot there from Adrian Roth. So it looks like AFC are going to continue with the fifth man play from the corner. Rodriguez to Piccolo. If they can switch the play now, this is going to be a good opportunity. Condor's a little bit slow there. I'd say Vargas looks like he knows what he's doing. Obviously, Sincaster does as well. Vera rush that one a little bit. Give it behind Sincast. If they can get him on the ball, I would back him to put it into an open goal every time. De Oliveira. Thorpe. De Oliveira. Thorpe switches it to Piccolo. What they're doing is right. They just need to do a little bit quicker. De Oliveira has made two dive in and to the back post. And what a goal. That is De Oliveira's over the moon with that one. And if I was AFC, I'd continue with it. De Oliveira taking on three, and what a ball to the back post, and Rodriguez. Great finish. I think AFC really need to continue with the fifth man. It looks like they're going to. Ben Thorpe's kept the shirt on. So, as we were saying, Condors, without Gonzalez, don't look too structured defending it. And Singh is going to check back out and give it to Thorpe. Thorpe needs to get out of there. He has now. De Oliveira. So that was all his goal. Although Rodriguez did tap into the back post. De Oliveira taking on three in the fifth man play. Very, very risky, but high risk, high reward, clearly. And with 3 minutes remaining, this game really could go either way. It depends if AFC can get another clear chance. They just got to remain patient with the fifth man, and they will get one. De Oliveira, and what a ball that is! To Roth at the back post, and he gets his second of the game. De Oliveira over the moon with that, and AFC have turned this game in there on its head with 3 minutes of fifth man play. They've scored 2 goals, and De Oliveira showing why he is one of the best players in the league on his day, and today is his day. And Adrian Roth again getting another 2 goals to go along with his 2 last week, so that'll put him right up there with the golden boot race. I think Miguel De Oliveira from the Scarborough Sharks is leading it. Myself, I'm in second place with Ali Milham with 5 and Adrian Roth with 4, along with Halil Russo. So if he can get another, and I wouldn't bet against it, he could go right to the top. And AFC probably just need to defend. They don't need to go forward, and if they can just stop and absorb the pressure, they will win this game. Ben Thorpe at the back post, that was well done. Sanchez rushing out. Will we see Condors maybe go for a fifth man power play? And Kinast here just drags his shot wide, and we're going to have to see Gerardo Kinast step up along with the captain Vera. What a ball that is from De Oliveira. Sanchez didn't really need to get his head on it, but it's worked out nonetheless. Vargas to Kinast. Vera, he's run forward. Kimmy Yip well defended. De Oliveira calling he wants the halfway defence. I'd say good option. Definitely a good time to absorb pressure. And Thorpe, if he can bring that forward, what a tackle that is from Garado, winning the ball. Vera looks forward, and do you know what? I wouldn't bet against Condors now. I mean, we've seen that second goal they scored. The counter-attacking play was exceptional. If they get a chance, they can definitely score. Kimmy Yip, that was their handball, but didn't know much about it, and the AFC can get a move on. There would have been a good chance for a goal, but here we go. Vera! He's kicked it into his own leg, and Singh pretty much just about got his body behind that shot, but AFC just cannot switch off. Roth. It's getting a bit scrappy now. Vera, he puts his foot on it, gives it to Garado. Garado, Singh again. He's been so good. I'd say that's his almost 15th save of the game. And they've sent on Migarelia to try and rescue a point here, Condors. Garado, he just kicks that one into touch. De Oliveira chips forward again, not really to anybody. Vera, here we go. It's a good ball. Vargas gets his body around it, but Ben Thorpe defended well. And they've gone for a fifth man now. They can use this. This is a 4-on-3. Vera gives it back to Garado. Garado to Campasso. Campasso, shot goes wide. They need to, well, there's not really time, but they've got to, when they do get the ball, they've got to use it better. And honestly, this game has turned into so frantic. Sanchez almost let that one go through his hands. He went sliding for the ball, and it's just gone wide. And we're going to slow down a little bit now. It's going to be a corner ball. Piccolo over the moon with the sides comeback. De Oliveira, he's going to take this side ball. It's a corner ball. Piccolo's going to look for it on the left. He started play again to Singh. Singh does well. Piccolo. What a ball that is to Kimmy Yip. They need to just get behind the ball and try and sit halfway. As Condors have now ditched the fifth man play, that was bizarre. They played it for about 30 seconds and didn't do much with it, and then Sanchez has just gone back on. Vargas, De Oliveira, that's a great tackle. Migarelia, he's going to start play again. He has to get on with it. Again, pretty much using all 4 seconds. Vera to the back post, he was looking for it. Singh does well. Singh to Piccolo. 7 seconds, and Ben Thorpe's read it. And what a tackle that is from Sanchez. I don't think it's going to be enough. 4 seconds remaining.
Number 7, do not step in the court again, okay? Yeah.
De Oliveira plays it into touch. 2 seconds remaining, 1 second remaining, and Sanchez is going to throw that, and that's going to be that. And Perth AFC get their first win of the season. They're over the moon. That was a extreme comeback there. De Oliveira did so well. He was the catalyst of that, but a big shout out to Singh. He was incredible in goal there for Perth AFC. Had one of the best games I've seen from a goalkeeper in a long time. Piccolo happy as well, and we'll quickly get the stats for you. Condors disappointed after choking another lead. They'll go back to 9th on the ladder, and not great for them. And quickly, we've got the stats on the screen now. So the possession and the passing was fairly similar. So not much going the way of the sides. We'll just have a look at the shots. Obviously, you can see that Condors absolutely peppered it, but as we were saying, Singh was just so good in that goal. They were never really going to get past him again, but we will be back in 5 minutes or so for Alliance Futsal Club versus the FutScarbs. Just bear with us, and we will see you in a minute.